Greetings, the peace be unto you. I am Dr. Z, greeting you in light, love, peace, and harmony. Want to bring some love energy your way today. And today we're going to focus on appreciation and gratitude. So let me get my file up here to share with you so you can read along as we go. We have more senses involved, the more learning takes place. Trust the wait. Embrace the uncertainty. Enjoy the beauty of becoming, because when nothing is certain, anything is possible. This is a quote by the author, Mandy Hale. Appreciation and gratitude. Ooh, I made it too big that time. So the opposite negative energy is devaluation. And this is a big problem in normal situations, but it's especially a problem during times of uncertainty. The social and cultural influences that send messages of devaluing certain categories of people by their race, their age, gender, economic status, their language, cultures, etc. Unfortunately, many people have been infected by the diseased thought, I'm not good enough, or this situation is not good enough. Can you relate to what I'm talking about here? Thank you. The opposite is the truth, though, that you are good enough, that you can do what you put your mind to as long as you back it up with consistent action. Do it. Just do it, like Nike says. So appreciation and gratitude are the opposite energies of devaluation. The more you appreciate yourself and your situation, the more opportunities will show up for you to appreciate. You know, you could take an inventory of your strengths or other strengths and let yourself know and let them know that you appreciate them. Let yourself know that you appreciate yourself, because everything starts within ourselves. I'm working on more self-appreciation because I know for me, this whole idea of devaluation is one of my hot buttons. It's one of my triggers that puts me into the negative, diseased ego energy. So self-appreciation is important so that you can develop that from within, and then you're able to give that to other people. Make sense? Yes. And there are three things that I've learned that all people want. I call them the 3 A's. They want acknowledgement, they want acceptance, and they want appreciation. So how about if we started to acknowledge yourself, your own strengths, your own good points, right? The positives about you, acknowledge them, and then accept them. Accept yourself for all of your great qualities and your shortcomings, because it's all part of the whole. And then appreciate yourself. You could say your name and say to your I appreciate me. Because what you appreciate goes up in value. And when you appreciate your own self and situation, then you can do that for other people. And I said it before, and it feels good to be acknowledged, accepted, and appreciated for who and what you are. Now, gratitude is next to appreciation. And when you are grateful for who you are and what you have, then you put yourself in a position to get more blessings. Everything that comes to us or happens to us is a blessing. It is a gift and a mercy from the Almighty Creator. We just have to look for the mercy. We cannot have God consciousness without gratitude. Even though life is uncertain during these pandemic times, there is so much to be grateful for. I mean, look around you. What do you see that's worth appreciation and gratitude? Have you been given the ability to hear and the ability to see and the ability to feel in your heart? Yes. But little thanks do we give as human beings. In fact, we've been giving those qualities, those faculties, so that perhaps we would be grateful. That's the expectation. But little thanks do we give. Yeah, the pandemic's going on, but did you eat something today? Hmm. Don't you have people that love you? Don't you have an intelligence and the ability to understand? Aren't you breathing right now? Don't you know that someplace in the world that somebody has just took their last breath? Take it for granted sometimes. But as long as we can appreciate and behave gratefully, then life gives us more. So let's think about appreciation and gratitude for a minute. Because remember, it's our thoughts, then our images, and then the feelings in our heart that drive our behaviors and give us the results that we want. Unfortunately, too many of us, 97% of the people, are involved in the same process, but they're only looking at their present results, which is a function of the past thoughts and images and feelings that are showing up now. And when the appearances aren't what we want them to be, but we keep focusing in on them, then we get into this loop. But it's appreciation and gratitude can take us out of this, put us in a better space. But I want to ask, what is gratitude? Well, it's remembering, it's keeping something in mind. It's talking about the blessings and favors and grace and praising the Almighty God through those gifts. Let your mind and your tongue and your behavior speak with appreciation about the favors and gifts that you've been given. Can you feel the vibration raising up now as we speak about appreciation and gratitude? Lukman, the African slave, some say this was from Aesop's fable. But Lukman gave his son some advice. You see, Lukman was given wisdom. And the advice that he gave was to be grateful. The wisdom is to be grateful and remember and keep in mind and talk about the blessings and praise God through using them. We've all had to renew our relationship with the Creator through this pandemic. And what is the biggest blessing or skill that you've been given? Right? There's so many we can't count. We can never count. We can never repay for what we've been given. Isn't that true? Yeah, thank you. But there's a story about a man. He was a good worshiper for 80 years. And the story goes that he met God. And God asked him, well, do you want to get into heaven? I mean, everybody wants to get into heaven. But the question was, do you want to get into heaven based on your deeds or based on my mercy? So the guy, being a human being that he was, as all many human beings, we don't understand. He said, oh, God, I want to get in based on my deeds. So story goes, God said, okay, well, let's put your 80 years of worship on the scale. And we're going to put one of the blessings I gave you, your eyesight, on the other side of the scale. and see which one is heavier. And the eyesight was much heavier than his 80 years of worship. So he said, oh no, God, I want to get in based on your mercy. And I'm saying, we can have our paradise, our heaven right here on earth. It's not just, oh, we're going to get it in the by and by. Yeah, the next life is greater than this life. But with gratitude and looking for the mercy and appreciating the mercies, even just the eyesight that we have, right? The hearing, the eyesight, feeling in the heart. We can have our own heaven right here on earth. Woo! I hope you love it. I loved it. That charged me up. But what is this appreciation? Let's look at some definitions right quick. I don't want to make this too long, but I want to be thorough. Because in definitions is direction for our lives, y'all. Right? Yes? Thank you. So this gratitude is something that keeps human beings in what is universally known to be beneficial to us. And it's close to us. The gratitude is being satisfied and content and pleased with what is and pleased with a sense of ease, because a truth about gratefulness is satisfaction with the ease. See, if we're going around complaining and blaming and being critical of ourselves and other people, being insistent and demanding, then that's not satisfying. And that's not gratitude. Gratefulness helps us to be in this place of satisfied, where we are pleased with ourselves and pleased with what is. And that's pure happiness. Gratitude forms and shapes the blessing and shows us the fullness of what we've been given. And gratitude is about our heart and our mind and our soul as human beings. The grateful heart, the peaceful heart is a blessing. And it's a favor that's formed from within us, right? Again, it's an inside out job. God won't change our out external condition till we change within our soul. Gratitude, big energy. Grateful tongue. That is a praise and it's an appreciation for the gifts. But it doesn't just stop with lip service. Yes, thank you. Yes, to praise God. But it has to translate into our actions, because gratitude is a verb. I mean, when somebody gives you a gift, let me switch it around. If you give someone a gift, how do you know that they're grateful? Just because they say thank you? We got the holiday season coming up. How many people get holiday gifts and they say thank you, but they never use it? They don't. So are they really grateful? Well, we got to use what we have in order to be grateful. And it's something that's happening in the limbs, and it gives us a compensation. We get a reward for being grateful that shows our worthiness, our deservedness, because we are appreciating what we've been given and we're using it. They said, be grateful to me and be grateful for your parents. Whatever they've done, parents do the best they can in love. Those who are grateful, they're going to get a reward. Whoever is grateful, then surely he is grateful for his own soul, his own self. We all are servants. We come to God as a servant, as a worshiper. We are grateful. Yes, aren't we? Yes. So what images come to your mind about appreciation and gratitude? Here are a few thoughts that I had. Thank you, and a smile. Thank you. A handwritten note, expression of gratitude. Kind words. Even a kind word is a charity. Nonverbal expressions of appreciation. Pat on the back, a high five. Bam, bam, there it is. And with those images are certain feelings like being valued, grateful, positive. Gratitude helps us feel engaged. We feel that there's a caring going on, support, and unconditional love. Can you think of some additional feelings that come to your mind? I mean, these feelings in and of themselves is a great environment to be living in. And can you see how you've shifted your thinking? How right now, as we speak, your attention has turned into the positive, high frequency. Suppose we could walk around all day with this frequency. Yeah, well, and we can if we choose to. And from here, create our plans and take our actions and move towards some better outcomes. Okay, we're gonna end this because it's getting a little long, but I want you to today to, to, to affirm your appreciation and gratitude. And not just that I am appreciation and gratitude, but I encourage you to say, all right, I feel appreciation and gratitude. Because it's the feeling is where the vibration goes into our body and into our environment, and things will show up to us when we feel it. Right? I feel gratitude. Yes. Say it 15 times. And then today, take a few minutes to write down a list of things you're grateful for. This is a good exercise before you go to bed. Write down 5 things that you're grateful for that happened today. And maybe even 5 things that you anticipate will happen tomorrow, although we don't know what's going to come to us. But I can almost guarantee you by focusing on that gratitude for the 5 things that happened today, that you, before you go to sleep, write them down. You will ignite some energy that will marinate while you sleep, and then some things will show up tomorrow to take you even further. If you keep a journal, write your thoughts in the journal. Discuss this with your friends. Share this video. In fact, how about if would you make a comment down below on your thoughts about this video or questions that you might have about this video? Because we find ourselves in a space a lot of people have left gratitude. Too much complaining, there's too much hatred, and judgment, and punishment in the world. And all we really want to come back to is some love. So here we are, sending you some love energy. Dr. Z, I'm hanging out, I'm checking out, I'm leaving with light, love, peace, and harmony. Like I like to say, I thank you, I love you, and God continue to bless you. Peace.